Alright, here we are, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Break number 40, 2020 Elite Case and Priority Box. Today's team list, we have DK Alaina for Broncos, Trent Vinter for Raiders, Clint Byrnes for Bulldogs, Trent Hindle for Sharks, Michael Biscoe for Titans, Marcus Nicholson for Manly, Greg King for Storm, Michael Feledy for Knight, Marcus Nicholson for Cowboys, Trent Vinter for Eels, Matty Coggin for Panthers, Mark Johnson for Rabbitohs, Ben Trim for Dragons, Peter Walsh for Roosters, Arthur McGuire for Warriors, and Adam Ratten for Tigers. Alright, so that's the team list, guys. For those that weren't aware, I have gone a bit early today because it's my brother's birthday party, so we're going to try and get that out nice and quick. Before we start, I'm just going to try and tag as many as I can. Just bear with me, guys. If you're already watching the tagger, sorry about that. Alright, tagged everyone except for 2 people. Alright, here is our case and priority box. As usual, our priority box goes last. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Today's case card. Today's case card, we have Mr. Kalen Ponga and Valentine Holmes. So we have Michael Feledy and Marcus Nicholson, number 10. So we'll randomise that at the end for everyone. Well, between them two. I'll sit that in there for now. Get our boxes out. So for case number 20, as I pull them out, I would mark these number 1, these number 2, and so on. And that would be our breaks, how we do it. I won't just pick random boxes for each break, it will be how they come out of the case. Alright. That one there. Go Rabbits. Yeah, bloody Rabbits. Panthers got us last night. Not Abby. Alright, box number 1, guys. Here we go. Parallel Adam Reynolds for the Rabbits. There you go. You called it. First card, Rabbits. Oh, and again, Rabbits Club photo. Oh, that's classic. Nita Maynard, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Dylan Napa, parallel for Bulldogs. Let's just hope that's not all that comes out for Bunnies, Chris. Jumped out of the gate early. Hopefully they stick with it. Paul Gallen, metres gained for the Sharks. Dylan Brown for the Eels. James Tedesco, Dally M medalist for the Roosters. Jared Croker for the Raiders. Women's NRL for the Warriors, Aisha Lee Smalley. White Young Guns, Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. Women's NRL for the Roosters, Kira Dibb. Jai Arrow, parallel for Titans. Knights parallel checklist. Yeah. Oh, that's where I've got now. I've got them play around the wrong way today. Thought something was off, I just didn't pick it. Mitchell Pearce, assist for the Roosters. Normally I have him laying a bit back. Seems to be okay with the camera. Eels redemption photo card. So if you're just joining us and you haven't watched one of our breaks or one of our recent breaks, we hold all our big hits till the end, all our numbered hits. Jessica Surgis, Women's NRL for the Dragons. When we started, we were doing a recap of all them, double handling and things like that. This way, they're handled once, they're put straight into sleeves, and that's how they stay until Dad packs them up to send them. Trent Merrin, parallel for the Dragons. I believe it's a bit safer for the cards and allows everyone to see the hits all in one go, not throughout the video. Don't have to do a recap to make the videos longer. Jared Croker, point scored for Raiders. So there are a few reasons we do it like that. Mainly because I like holding all the hits to the end and going through them at once. I think everyone that's commented about it seems to agree. Cameron Smith, Hooker of the Year, Dally M for the Storm. Cowboys checklist, parallel. So yeah. Brent Naden, parallel for Panthers. Melly Boyle, Women in League for Broncos. So I know break 20 is taking a bit to fill up, but as Harry League said with a meme, I quite liked it, I laughed. The potentials are quite big in that, if you manage to score the team case card. So Billy Slater, Melbourne Storm, for a $30 entry fee, it could potentially work out quite nice. Brody Croft, parallel for Broncos. Unfortunately, it didn't work as well as what I thought it would, so we probably won't be doing another one like that. Once we finish the cases, we may have some boxes to break. Cooper Cronk for the Storm. We'll just have to wait and see how everything pans out, guys. Cameron Smith, parallel for Storm. Women's NRL, Tiana Penatani for the Dragons. And that's the end of box 1. Alright, sorry guys, just cleaning up my base cards, otherwise I end up with a massive mess at the end. Bit of house cleaning as we go, makes it a bit easier. First pack, another hit to add to the pile. Clint and Nicholson, parallel for Eels. Women's NRL for the Roosters, Corbin McGuire. Jeremy Marshall King, parallel for the Bulldogs. Raiders club photo. Tackles, Andrew McCulloch for the Broncos. Jessica Sturgis, Dally M, female player of the year for the Dragons. Raiders checklist, parallel. Crystal Tamarua, Women's NRL for the Warriors. James Maloney, points scored for the Roosters. Michael Morgan, parallel for the Cowboys. Aidan Tolman, meters gained for the Bulldogs. White Young Guns, Tavita Totola for the Rabbits. Warriors parallel. Halfway through box 2 for those tuning in, guys. Ruan Sims, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Thomas Burgess, parallel for the Rabbits. Roughly an hour, I think, from now, maybe a little bit less. Brian Kelly, and we should be up to the hits. Eels Redemption Club photo. Just a reminder on them too. If you read the back of the cards, it does state that if they can't get the photo for 2020, 2021 photo will be used, which means we might not see those club redemption photos till next year, guys. Cameron Murray, lock of the year for Rabbits. Isaiah Yo, for Panthers. Isaiah Yo. Women's NRL, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. Billy Slater, Master Series. Darius Boyd, Broncos. Cameron Smith, tackles for Storm. Nice. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Knights. Women's NRL, Keezy Apps for the Dragons. Josh Adokar, parallel for Storm. 2 packets left, the second box. Shaylee Bent, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for Dragons. Alright. That's the end of box 2, guys. Here we are with box number 3. Chanel Harris to Vinter for the Warriors. Zahara Tamara, Women's NRL for the Roosters. James Roberts, parallel for Rabbits. Nick Maney, parallel for Bulldogs. The games played, Cameron Smith for Storm. James Tedesco, fullback of the year, Dally M for the Roosters. Aaron Woods, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL, Crystal Rota for the Warriors. Mitchell Moses, halfback of the year, Dally M for the Eels. Corey Norman, parallel for Dragons. James Maloney, games played for the Warriors. Manly club photo. Oh, excuse me. Joel Thompson, Manly parallel. Broncos club photo. Nita Maynard, women's NRL for the Roosters. Luke Keary, parallel for Roosters. So we'll have to see how today pans out and tomorrow's going. I might see if we can do some razzles before the break tomorrow. I'll only probably do one or two, but we'll see what we can get in. No promises, guys. Chelsea Baker, women's NRL for the Broncos. I'll see if I can twist his arm. Brittany Brealey, women's NRL for the Dragons. Billy Slater Masters Series for the Maroons. Alex Twal for the Tigers. Finally, we've got a card in each slot. Only took us the fourth box. No? Third box. What are we up to? Yeah, 3 boxes. Jonathan Thurston, assist for the Cowboys. White Young Guns, Kyle Flanagan for the Roosters. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. Brett Morris, try scored for the Dragons. Just to give everyone a heads up too, DK Alaina is on Facebook. If in future you'd like to trade with him, just comment on the post and he will respond to you probably in PM. Cameron Munster for the Storm. Connor Watson as Knights. Tiana Penitani for the Dragons, Women's NRL. Josh McGuire, parallel for Cowboys. And that's the end of box number 3, guys. Right. I'll do box number 4, revealing our priority box at the back there. Something to look forward to. Women's NRL for the Roosters, Karina Brown. Women's NRL for the Broncos, Racine McGuire. Parallel, Benji Marshall. Patil Vet Walsh, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Isaac Luke, parallel for Dragons. Redemption card for the Raiders. Dragons club photo. I'm having a sneak peek, guys. If I can. But there it is. Georgia Hale, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Jack Whiten, parallel for Raiders. Blake Green, parallel for Warriors. Tyrone Roberts, parallel for Titans. Mitchell Pearce, assist for the Roosters. Cameron Smith, Hooker of the Year for Storm. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for Panthers. Bloody Panthers. It was a close game last night, up until half time. 10 seconds. Master Series Storm. I was hoping that eventually they might just tie it out and give us a go, but yeah, no, they just kept coming and coming. In the end, with the amount of ball they had, we did well to stay as low as we did. Cooper Cronk assist for Storm. Yeah. Bit disappointing. Panthers definitely deserved it in the end. Andrew Fafita for the Sharks. Definitely proving themselves the team to beat again this year. So been a very strong side. Kathleen Wharton for the Warriors. We were going well. George Tafua, parallel for Manly. And we got another 5 packets for box number 4. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for Broncos. Meters gained, Paul Gallen for the Sharks. James Tedesco, Dally M medalist. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for Knights. Jared Croker, points scored for the Raiders. Liam Martin, Panthers, White Young Guns. Victor Radley, parallel for Roosters. Chelsea Leonard-Doozy for the Broncos. And that's the end for box 4. Box 5, guys. Had a few first cabs of the rank with the rubies in it today. Mitchell Moses, parallel for Eels. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for Rabbits. So yeah, tomorrow's break should be back to usual time, 3:30 thereabouts. Broncos team photo, we'll tag is tomorrow when we get closer to the time. As far as I know, we have nothing on. Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Aiden Tolman for the Bulldogs. Jared Croker, points scored for Raiders. Cooper Cronk, assist for Storm. Josh Jackson, Proven Summons medalist for Bulldogs. Joseph Tapine, parallel for Raiders. Women's NRL, Georgia Hale for the Warriors. Hey, I don't know when we're going to see one of them. Patrick Herbert for the Warriors. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Philip Semi, parallel for Titans. Titans club photo. Master Series, Billy Slater in the Storm. Stephen Crichton, Panthers parallel. Matty Studden, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Payne Haas, Dally M, Rookie of the Year. John Asiata for Cowboys. About halfway through, box number 5, girls. Chelsea Leonard Doozy, Women's NRL for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Adam Dewey for the Tigers. Anthony Milford, parallel for Broncos. Aiden Tolman, meters gained for Bulldogs. Blake Laurie, parallel for Dragons. Parallel, Jesse Bromwich for Storm. Andrew McCulloch, tackles made for Broncos. Heimel Hunt, parallel for Newcastle. Lucky last cut for box number 5. Women's NRL for the Dragons. Batil Yvette Walsh. Alright, so box number 6, guys. Samana Torfa, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Storm. Kyle Flanagan, parallel for the Roosters. We've got a Panthers club photo. Daly Cherry Evans for Manly. Madison Bartlett for the Warriors, Women's NRL. Ken Momalu, Winger of the Year for the Warriors. Wade Graham, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL, Ryan Sims for the Roosters. Ken Momalu, parallel for Warriors. And I'll put it down there. How about put it in the tray? Cowboys Redemption Club photo. So I'm curious if they're not going to use 2020 photos and going to use 2021 photos. Does that mean they won't have those sub-series in next year? We'll have to wait and see. Jake Friend tackles for the Roosters. Akula Uwate tries for the Newcastle Knights. Alex Johnston, parallel for Rabbitohs. Cameron Smith, games played for Storm. I wonder if it will make them cards worth more in the future. As I can guarantee there will be a lot of those cards lost in between now and being redeemed. Scott Drinkwater for Cowboys. So yeah, there might not be as many of them photos around in circulation at the end of the day. Regan Campbell-Gillard for the Eels. Holly Wheeler, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Storm checklist parallel. Getting towards the end of box 6, guys. White Young Guns, Gehamat Shibasaki for the Knights. Corey Thompson, parallel for the Tigers. Tim Glasby, parallel for Knights. Women's NRL for the Broncos, Meg Ward. James Maloney, games played for the Warriors. Dally M, John Bateman, second row of the year for Raiders. We have Ben Hunt, parallel for Dragons. Keezy Apps, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Josh Jackson, parallel for the Bulldogs. And that's the end of box 6, guys. So, box number 7. Tackles, a Jake Friend for the Roosters. Corey Horsburgh for the Raiders. Chante Poco, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Nathan Peets, parallel for Titans. Akula Uate, try scored for Knights. David Nofaluma, parallel for Tigers. Jared Croker, games played for the Raiders. Brendan Smith, interchange player of the year, Dally M for Storm. Oh. Dale Finucane, parallel for Storm. Where are we? I'll put you there. James Tamo, parallel for Panthers. Tarrant Aiken, Women's NRL for the Broncos. So Tuckerhow for the Roosters. Just for reference, I know DK Alaina is a Storm fan, if that helps anybody with trades. Meg Ward, Broncos, Women's NRL. I've met him personally, he's a good bloke, so yeah. So Mima Torfa, Women's NRL for the Roosters. I'm starting to need quite a few of you guys, which is good. I like putting faces to the names. Zach Lomax, Dallin Latine Zalesniak for the Bulldogs. Sorry, I just cracked up. I seen Clint's message. There's quite a few Storm fans popping up. Jermaine Isako, parallel for the Broncos. Unfortunately for you guys, even the Storm fans are turning into Storm collectors this year to try and get those Billy cards. So yeah, you have got a bit of competition. Besides just the normal Storm fans, redemption cards for the Sharks. So yeah. If all goes to plan, it will be North Queensland and Jonathan Thurston next year. Chad Townsend for the Sharks. That was the last I heard anyway. Things could change, could already have changed, I'm not sure. But I did hear that on rumour mill anyway, so I'm not sure how true it will turn out to be. Holly Wheeler for the Dragons. We've got Ben Trims, another mad Storm fan. Kept getting stuck with Titans and managed to get Dragons for a change this time round. I put his name in backwards in the randomizer just to try and help him change his luck. Valentine Holmes, I'm not sure how successful that was with the Dragons, but if you're a Dragons fan, it's good, but unfortunately he's a Storms fan, so... Tigers redemption card. Madison Bartlett, Women's NRL for the Warriors. By the way, hi Clint. Latrell Mitchell, Centre of the Year for the Roosters. Manly, parallel checklist. Matty Coggin, that's a new one. I'm not sure if you've been with us before. Welcome to the breaks, mate. Billy Slater for Storm. Reid Mahoney for Eels. James Tamo, meters gained for the Cowboys. And that's the end of box number 7. Alright, here we go with box number 8. Got 11 in total. So we'll open up the boxes. Once they're all open, then we'll go through the hits stacked up in front of us. Hopefully we can get these piles up a bit more before the end for you. Billy Slater, Master Series in the Roos. Cody Nicarima, parallel for Warriors. Kira Dibb, Women's NRL for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Chanel Harris to Vinter for the Warriors. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbits. Mitchell Pearce, assist for the Roosters. So we will be starting a new group shortly, which will be just for you guys. It will only be people that we have dealt with. It won't be people new to the group. That is going to be to protect the customers and to try and make it easier for you guys to see what's going on in our group. But our break group will remain public. The trading group will be private. Appy Nichols for the Warriors. Tom Trebojevic, Manly parallel. Meters gained, Paul Garn for the Sharks. Corey Oates, parallel for Broncos. Jared Croker, try scored for Raiders. About halfway through box number 8, guys. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. Which means we have 3.5 more boxes to go. Millie Boyle, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Harley Brigginshaw for the Broncos, Women's NRL. Tigers parallel checklist. Roosters club photo. Nick Kotrick, parallel for Raiders. For those that haven't noticed or have seen it and not sure what's going on, we have put the price up for our next breaks. Only if you want to pay with goods and services. $150 still for family and friends and bank deposits. That was Aisha Lee Smalley, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Isaiah Soliola, Ken Stevens medalist for Raiders. David Clemmer, parallel for Knights. Jessica Surgis, Women's NRL for the Dragons. James Graham, parallel for Dragons. Knights club photo. Payne Huss, Dally M, Prop of the Year. Titans parallel checklist. Cameron Smith, points scored for Storm. And last but not least, packet for box number 8. So after this, we've got 3 boxes to go. Oh, nice. I think we've got you there. Dean Ware, parallel for Panthers. Alright. Sorry guys, just tidying up. So this is box number 9 out of our case. So we have this one and one more from our case, and then we have our priority box to go, guys. Latrell Mitchell, Roosters top point scorer. Blake Ferguson, parallel for Eels. We've got Women's NRL for the Roosters, Corbin McGuire. Master Series, Billy Slater. Will Hopewade for the Bulldogs. Jason Taumalolo for the Cowboys. Warriors club photo redemption card. Meters gained, James Tarmo for the Cowboys. Josh Hodgson, parallel for Raiders. Women's NRL, Crystal Tamarua for the Warriors. Cameron Smith, tackles made for Storm. Sydney Roosters checklist, parallel. Racine McGuire, women's NRL for the Broncos. Josh Alaina for the Tigers, parallel. Halfway through box number 9. Callum Watkins, parallel for Titans. Jared Croker, games played for Raiders. White Young Guns, Reid Mahoney for the Eels. Panthers parallel checklist. James Maloney, points scored for the Roosters. Cameron Smith, captain of the year for the Storm. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Got a women's NRL for the Dragons, Shaylee Bent. Julia Robinson, women's NRL for the Broncos. Payne Huss for the Broncos. Melbourne Storm, club photo, redemption card. Billy McGuire, parallel for the Sharks. Second last pack for box number 9. Women's NRL for the Warriors, Kathleen Wharton. Last packet for box number 9. Danny Levi, parallel for Manly. Alright, so this is box number 10. This is our last box out of the case. And then we have our priority box left. Jared Croker, try scored for Raiders. Jake Friend, parallel for Roosters. Women's NRL, Chelsea Baker for the Broncos. Adam Dewey, Tigers parallel. Dragons, club photo. Micah Sivo, top try scorer, Dally M. Edric Lee, parallel for Knights. Brittany Brealey, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Chance Nicole Clockstad for the Raiders. Women's NRL, Chante Poco for the Warriors. Cameron Munster, 5/8 of the year, Dally M. Tyrone Peachy, parallel for Titans. About halfway through, box 10, guys. Brett Morris, try scored for Dragons. Upper side Coruscant for Panthers. Zahara Tamara, Women's NRL for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Reese Robson for the Cowboys. Cody Walker, parallel for Rabbits. I do believe we still have some $30 album specials going, guys. Album and the full base set included with postage with your break cards. Cameron Smith, points scored for Storm. That deal is only for break customers. They are listed on the website, $45. Albums alone are recommended retail without postage for $30. So you're getting a free base set and free postage on the break deal. Paul Vaughan, parallel for Dragons. It's not suitable for everyone, but for those that are interested, just send us a PM and yeah, we'll go from there. Redemption card for the Raiders. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Maroons. Adam Blair, parallel for Warriors. Sean Johnson, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL for the Warriors, Crystal Rota. Adding Fanua Blake, parallel for Manly. Taryn Aiken, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Parallel, Broncos checklist. Last pack for box 10, guys. This finishes off the case. We've got Jonathan Thurston assists for the Cowboys. Alright, just tidy up the base cards and we'll get stuck into the priority box. Remember, we have 3 hits in that box that aren't in the standard boxes, which is our 2 Dally M numbered hits and our 1 white Young Guns priority edition. Plus, we can hit just about anything else. We have pulled a black diamond out of a priority box. Would have been something special if we pulled one in the case that night too. Connor Watson, parallel for Knights. This is our priority box for everyone that's just joining in or not sure where we're at. Patil Yvette Walsh for the Dragons. Corey Norman, parallel for Dragons. James Maloney, games played for the Warriors. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Storm. Alex Twell, parallel for Tigers. Brett Morris, try scored for the Dragons. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. Women's NRL for the Dragons, Shaylee Bent. For those interested, we do have a break listed on Facebook and the website. Josh McGuire for the Cowboys. Nice. Chanel Harris to Vinter for Warriors. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Broncos team photo. Women's NRL, Racine McGuire for the Broncos. Assist, Jonathan Thurston for the Cowboys. James Roberts, parallel for Rabbits. There's one. Ryan Madison, parallel for Eels. Luke Keary, parallel for Roosters. Corbin McGregor, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Nick Maney, parallel for Bulldogs. Manly, Sea Eagles. We've got 4 packets left, guys. Still chasing one more priority hit. Games played, Cameron Smith for Storm. And there it is. Aaron Woods, parallel for Sharks. Let's see how lucky we are, guys. See what else we can pull out of this priority box. Women's NRL, Kathleen Wharton for the Warriors. Lucky last. No good. Joel Thompson, parallel for Manly. Alright. Let me just clean up our stack of base cards, guys, and we'll get stuck into our hits. A little bit exciting. I'm not sure who everyone follows. But we've definitely got some nice cards coming out very shortly. Alright, I'll just check our YouTube. Hello everyone watching YouTube. We'll switch over to our hit camera. Alright, that's our stacks there. So we'll get started. We'll do our Dally M priority to start off with. Alright. First up today for priority interchange player of the year, Cameron Smith. Brendan Smith, sorry. Sorry guys. Number 38. Next up, Cameron Murray, lock of the year for the Rabbitohs, number 13. Pretty sure 13 is lock, so that would make a jersey number. Congratulations. Can anyone confirm that for me? Alright, I'll leave that for a bit later. Let's do our rubies. First up, we have Apasai Coruscant for Panthers. Number 40. We had quite a few number ones come out last night. Next up, we have Storm Checklist, number 3. Next up, Dylan Brown for the Eels, number 24. Paul Vaughan for the Dragons, number 25. Sean Johnson for the Sharks. Unfortunately, Mr. Peter, I think there's a few other people in the break that will disagree with you. Alright. Next up, Dean Ware for the Panthers, number 27. Next up, Joseph Leilua for the Tigers, number 37. Next up, we have Knight Checklist, number 5. Daly Cherry Evans for Manly, number 39. Couple more rubies to go. Alright, Josh Jackson for the Bulldogs, number 34. And last but not least for our rubies, we have Michael Morgan for the Cowboys, number 27. Couple of 27s in amongst that one. Alright, we'll get on to our Sapphires. Blake Brayley for the Sharks, number 18. Oh, wrong one, wrong pile. Getting excited. Aiden Tolman for the Bulldogs, number 7. Tim Glasby, number 6 for the Knights. I heard Glasby is a bit of a popular man at the moment. Oh no, Ponga, that's the one. Sorry, Ponga Mojos, selling hot on eBay. Titans checklist, number 10. last but not least, for our Sapphires, George Tafua. For Manly, number 5. Ooh, winger. Number 5. That could be jersey number, guys. Alright. We've got a few emeralds. We have Connor Watson for the Knights, number 10. We have Tyrone Roberts for the Titans, number 1. Nice. Michael Biscoe. And last but not least, for our Emeralds, Sasaya Takahau, number 7 for the Roosters. Alright, next up we'll do our Black Young Guns. Oops, if I get the whole pile. First up, Kyle Flanagan for the Roosters, number 46. Next up, we have Tavita Totola for the Rabbits, number 83. Next up, Reuben Garrick for Manly, number 25. Last but not least, for our Black Young Guns, we have Katoni Staggs for the Broncos, 111. Alright, to finish off our Young Guns, we'll do our priority. Today's lucky winner is Reuben Garrick for Manly, number 3. Winger, number 3, possibly. Alright, what have we got left? Alright, yep, we'll do these. Start us off, White League Sensation, Dylan Zalesniak, number 46. Don't forget, we got to do the case card rows at the end. We have a Black League Sensation, Adam Reynolds for the Rabbitohs, number 33. Mr. Chris Keys. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is a league sensation. Yes, it is. Team League Sensation, Corey Oates. Mr. DK, number 9. I know someone that's chasing that DK. If you want to PM us or whatnot, mate, might be able to work out a deal for you. Alright, so yeah, number 9, Corey Oates for the Broncos. Alright, next up. Alright, so we have a jersey patch, no signature. Cameron Smith for the Storm, number 39 out of 80. Josh Hodgson For the Raiders, Spotlight, number 59. And last but not least, we have Apasai Coruscant, jersey patch, number 62 out of 80. So obviously that's not everything for today, guys. We have one little treat left. And today's little treats will be going to a name that I don't personally know. So as far as I'm aware, he's a new customer. Congratulations to Mr. Matty Coggin. Panthers Black Diamond, number 4. So I don't want to go handling him too much, but yeah. Congratulations to Mr. Matty Coggin on that one. Give me a moment, guys. I will flick cameras over to the stream. And we are Alright, so we have it 5 Knights and 5 Cowboys loaded in, ready to go. Person at the top at the third time round will be the winner. Number 1, number 2, unlucky last, number 3. Today's lucky winner is the Knights for Michael Feledy. Congratulations, mates. Not a bad break for everyone. Did everyone get hits? Everyone has. No, Warriors. Warriors missed out on a hit today. Unlucky. That's for Mr. Arthur McGuire. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it goes. And it's funny, Warriors normally always hit. So that was unusual. I thought I had a Chanel Harris Tavita. Something come out. I'll have to double check that. Might have just been parallel. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you all for joining us and we'll see you all again soon.